Let me ask you something. When was the last time you walked away from a conversation and quietly wished you had shown up differently? Not louder, not smarter, just more present. It happens to all of us. Life gets heavy. Responsibilities pile up. And even when we care, we struggle to connect the way we want to. If that sounds familiar, stay with me. Because today, we're exploring 6 simple ways of speaking. 6 phrases that don't manipulate, don't impress, don't perform, but help you become someone people naturally trust, respect, and feel grounded around. And the final phrase is the one that will determine the difference between peace and exhaustion in your life. We live in a world where conversations rush by. People talk at each other instead of with each other. Everyone tries to be interesting, but very few try to be real. For men in their 30s and 40s, this can become painfully clear. You're balancing work, family, aging parents, bills, memories, regrets, maybe a divorce. And you start to realize that genuine conversation, the kind that nourishes you instead of draining you, has become rare. Stoicism offers a different way of communicating. Not by teaching you how to impress people, but by teaching you how to be present, steady, grounded, and sincere. Today, we'll walk through 6 phrases, the Stoic principle behind each one, and how you can apply them in real conversations with real people. No hype, no theatrics, just human truth. Let's begin. Number 1. Tell me more about that. The presence of attention. There's a point in almost every conversation where someone opens a small door into their life. Maybe it's a coworker sharing stress. Maybe it's your partner dropping a hint of what's actually hurting. Maybe it's a friend saying, "Yeah, things haven't been great lately." And at that moment, you have a choice. You can respond with your own story, the reflex most of us have. Or you can pause, soften your voice just a little, and say, "Tell me more about that. The first time I tried this, I remember how the air shifted." They slowed down, their guard lowered, their eyes met mine in a different way. It hit me. Most people aren't used to being listened to without interruption, comparison, or advice. Stoicism teaches that attention is a form of respect. When you say, "Tell me more," you're giving someone permission to be human, and that creates connection far stronger than any clever thing you could say next. Number 2, I don't know. The weight of honesty. Let me take you into a familiar moment. Someone asks a question you don't fully understand. Your mind scrambles. Your ego whispers, "Don't look stupid. Say something. Anything." So you bluff. Or you half answer. Or you talk around the subject hoping the other person won't notice. But they always do. Pretending creates distance. Honesty builds trust. Socrates often considered the wisest man anchored his wisdom in a single idea. "I know that I know nothing." He wasn't celebrating ignorance. He was celebrating clarity. There is a rare strength in saying, "I don't know the answer to that, but I'd like to understand it better." When you speak that way, people don't see weakness. They see integrity, and integrity is magnetic. Number 3. That sounds hard. The courage to sit with pain. Simeon once told me, most adults are not looking for advice. They're looking for someone who won't run away from their pain, and they were right. A friend says they're overwhelmed. A partner says they're tired. A sibling says life hasn't been kind lately. And our instinct, especially as men, is to fix it. Have you tried this? Look at the bright side. It could be worse. But pain is not a problem to be solved. Pain is an experience to be witnessed. The next time someone shares something heavy, try this. That sounds hard. Then pause. Let the moment breathe. You're not rescuing them. You're not minimizing their struggle. You're simply saying, "I'm here with you, not above you." Validation is not agreement. Validation is presence. and presence is rare. Number 4. Silence. The stillness people feel. If there's one thing modern life has stolen from us, it's the comfort of silence. A few seconds of quiet in a conversation can feel like failure. Say something. Fill the gap. Don't look boring. Don't look unsure. So we ramble. We over-explain. We talk to soothe our own discomfort. Not to serve the moment, but the people who move through life with true gravity. The ones whose presence feels calm and grounded. They don't fear silence. They honor it. They give conversation space to breathe. They show steadiness without words. They communicate confidence through stillness. Seneca wrote, "Silence is a lesson learned through many sufferings. Silence is not empty. Silence is composed. And when you become a person who can hold it, without panic, without rushing, without noise, people feel a sense of ease in your presence that no performance can imitate." Number 5. I appreciate you. Recognition over transaction. Think of how many times you hear the word thanks. Now think of how few times you hear, "I appreciate you." One is about the task. The other is about the person. There is a moment in every relationship, romantic, professional, or otherwise, where someone is carrying more than they show. And the difference between a person who is tolerated and a person who is cherished is often a single sentence. "I see the effort behind what you're doing." When you say, "I appreciate you," you're acknowledging their character, not their utility. And people remember that far more deeply than we ever realize. Number 6. No. The boundary that saves your life. And now we reach the phrase that defines the quality of your days and the future of your peace. No. Most men do not burn out because they are weak. They burn out because they have spent years, sometimes decades, saying yes to things that drain them, obligate them, pressure them, or quietly resent them. Every yes has a cost. But because the cost is not immediate, we ignore it until the exhaustion piles up and life starts to feel like something happening to us, not something we're actively living. A Stoic understands that boundaries are not barriers. They are definitions. They tell the world and yourself what your life can and cannot hold. You can say, "I can't commit to that right now. That doesn't fit my priorities this week. I appreciate you asking, but I have to say no." People who respect you will adjust. People who depended on your lack of boundaries will not. But no is the word that makes space for the man you are becoming. These 6 phrases are not techniques. They are practices, ways of speaking that reflect a deeper way of living. Tell me more about that. Curiosity. I don't know. Humility. That sounds hard. Empathy. Silence. Composure. I appreciate you. Recognition. No. Boundaries. They don't make you impressive. They make you present. And presence. Steady. Quiet. Grounded presence is what people truly respond to. So let me leave you with this. Which of these 6 will you practice in the next 24 hours? Not all 6, not perfectly, just one. Because transformation rarely begins with a breakthrough. It begins with a single sentence, spoken differently by a man who finally understands the weight of his own presence. And if this episode stayed with you, if even one sentence made you pause, breathe, or see yourself differently, I invite you to stay connected. Not out of obligation, not because algorithms demand it, but because voices like yours help shape spaces like this. If you found value here, you can follow the show, or simply tap like so this message reaches someone who might need it tonight. And I would genuinely love to hear from you. Which of these 6 ways of speaking feels most important for your life right now? Your reflection might be the line another man needs to read. Thank you for spending this time with me. Until next time, take care of your mind. Guard your attention and speak with the kind of presence that comes from the inside out.